Yeah, it sucks.
This is the last.
Hey, I don't think we've been there yet.
Seriously? With this?
Oh, new faces. I just updated the assortment today. Come on, stop staring. Buy something.
That's all I have, buddy. Let's go, I guess.
No, old chap. That's as much as you need.
This is much better, man. What's that you got there?
I got a better one.
Well, see, you didn't want to go. Look how much we got.
Hellcase. Your favorite skins in one place.
Ho, ho, ho! Salutare tuturor! Hello, hello, hello! Bine v-am găsit la un nou minunat stream. 2 secunde că încă nu am chat, nu văd nimic, așa că stați un pic. Nu vă hazardați, știți cum e. Studio, YouTube. Wait just a moment. Wait a bit. Just a moment. Așa, am deschis și ăsta, bun. Ce credeți? Stați așa un pic. Ce mă să faci ăsta negru? E ca lumea dacă... Frate... Ok, stai așa un pic că BTN a zis... Chat, pun delay și revin imediat înapoi în... Cât înseamnă 180 de secunde? 180. Apply. Revin în 180 de secunde, wait. I will be back soon. I will be back soon. Sorry, dar chiar am uitat să pun delay. Revin. Așa, bun, gata. Stai așa, 175, acum văd și eu ce pleacă. 2 secunde, stați așa să dau și eu un pop-out repede la chat, pop-out. Așa, să pun ăsta înapoi pe ecran. Ok. Asta pot să-l închid. Custom. Da, cam 3 minute. Îmi pare rău, boys, îmi pare rău. Sincer, chiar îmi pare.
Hello everybody and welcome back. A bit of a cheeky break. We a little bit of a nap here at the Fragster studio.
Da, ok, bun. Deci o să dureze un pic până și revine stream-ul. Sorry, mai sunt cam 2 minute până mă vedeți live. Stați așa. Pop-up chat. Ok. Încă 2 minute și începe live-ul. Da, bun, gata. Bă, din păcate ea iurea o chestie. Ea iurea o chestie foarte, foarte rău. Faptul că... E Full HD mă ăsta? Da. Cel mai iurea lucru e că... Na, îl avem pe ăsta pe fundal cum comentează. Așa că nu o să putem... nu prea pune neapărat să comentez peste el, o să facă un haos total, așa că ne uităm și noi aici și încercăm să înțelegem ce se întâmplă.
to really count on Strix here to try and get a little bit of room and a little bit of that claustrophobic sense coming into this B side, as actually everyone on Nexus falls quite quickly. Torox will get himself 3 before going down. NBALLS will be able to take the pistol here on their CT side, and pretty much a beautiful push coming off the back of that presence out through B main. It was immaculate to see.
Voi să ziceți dacă vreți să... Mamă, mai sunt 24 de secunde, eu nici acum nu sunt live. Doamne ferește.
As we will be taking a look into
Hai
this
să pun și
second
aici.
round, what are we going to be getting? Maybe NBALLS investing into sort of those mid-tier rifles. We see 2 FAMASs coming in, an MP9 onto Bandic. We do see 2 M4s looking
3
to
minute
try and
delay.
highlight the buy as Nexus, they're going to be forcing in fully. We see 2 Galils coming in. A scout onto Xellow. A Mac 10 onto Ragga. A Mac 10 onto Adron.
Bine.
So,
Bun, boys, gata.
Quite the start here, especially with such an aggressive buy from Nexus Gaming on their T side of Anubis. And I mean, while we do see this map as fairly T-sided, there is, you know, that opportunity for that CT side to have a great presence and a great showing, especially when, you know, that economy does get shattered very, very early.
Și mai chiar pozele de pe HUD, sincer. Chiar sunt tari.
You know, if NBALLS are ending up...
Chiar sunt tari. Și... A picat live-ul. Wait, what? Cred că e cam rip. Da, cred că e cam rip un pic, cam puțin live-ul. De la noi nu e, că trebuia să oprească și stream-ul. Și stream-ul merge bine. Yes. Da. A picat de tot. Da, asta nu e neapărat ce ne doream acum. Da, până atunci hai să dăm și noi un check pe HLTV să vedem ce s-a mai întâmplat. Și în altă ordine de idei, hai să punem și noi pe YouTube un stream beats. Ce minunat. Stream beats. Full playlist. Stream beats. Așa, bun, gata. Nice. Nexus cu bâc games. De pe... Oh? Și-a revenit? Ca momentan e doar sunetul. Gata. Gata, 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 gata. Gata, e stream-ul back in the business. Mă, ideea e că nici live-ul lor nu se vede neapărat atât de bine pe 1080p, sincer, ținând până că totuși, na, e pe Twitch. Dar, na, nu e deloc asta o problemă. Totuși, hai să vedem noi, că nu comentează băiatul ăsta, comentăm noi. Sound îl scoate pe Banic, Forex. Eliminare pentru el și pentru Strix.
To NBALLS as well as the firepower advantages. The M4s get swung by BTN. Xellow, the last man standing, will fall as expected. NBALLS will recover all 3 M4s that were brought into the server. The defusal will come through, a third to be picked up for NBALLS. Nexus Gaming should have their rifles coming out. And for NBALLS,
Nice boys, well played.
Back on the menu for this team.
Faci în galerie, chat, faci în galerie.
As hopefully there is
Vă pup,
gonna be
boys, vă pup. Nu uitați, 180 de secunde delay, 3 minute.
even the tiniest bit of room for this new ball side to try and
Deci,
work around
dacă
this.
vreți
I
să
mean,
discutăm ceva sau să vorbim, sau vreți să-mi scrieți ceva,
you know, we're one of the higher ranked teams that we had in the competition. I will just say they aren't necessarily playing like it, especially after the pistol and how close it was. But Sound, well, proving me wrong. Maybe I do need to just be quiet and be my stupid little Australian caster.
Nexus aici au nevoie de meciuri, au nevoie să câștige cât mai multe meciuri din momentul de față, pentru că pe HLTV s-au dus destul de rău în jos și ca și invite-uri la competiții nu prea e bine. Nu înțeleg de ce toată perioada asta și cumva de ce s-a întâmplat chestia asta. Nice, ragga. Ah, ok, 3-0 e bine, bine, nu e bine de fapt, e 3-0. 3-1, hai, ușor, ușor, we back.
Stuff that you really do love to see. As we will see Axis at least keeping that AWP alive in the server. They do hold that B main area of the map.
Băi, chiar că mai aveți voi meci. Când mai aveți voi meci, că Face Nexus Talents.
In his track record in this round, I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to come out with a little bit of something as these M4s
Sau în altă ordine de idei s-a încheiat sezonul ăsta pentru urmează play-off-ul. Oricum sunteți pe locul 55, aveți play-off-ul asigurat.
Will claim their first round. Of course, this Anubis pick is the new balls pick, so you'd imagine they have something on their seats.
Da, new balls ăștia pe ce loc sunt?
Of course, we didn't even get to go through our map vetoes, ladies and gentlemen. So
n-au ranking 118 ultima dată.
Run through them now from memory. It was Anubis, Ancient, then Mirage as Xellow, at least finding an opening pick.
Fanul numărul 1 și joacă Face cu mine. Bă, îmi cer scuze pentru meciul ăla de seară, bă, dar seara am fost atât de obosit. Și deci nu mai aveam pic de energie în mine. Pic de energie, nu, deci nu mai puteam. Am fost leșinat.
To try and find a tiny bit of room to work around. Dean was trapped in towards that mid fight. The smoke eventually gives him an out. Bandic in the back of that B side.
Mamă, haide Guta.
Finds a leg. The pistol comes out. Isn't able to find a lot. Xellow gets a 3K overall in the round with the AWP as Nexus will pick themselves up a second.
Șmecherie animația de foc din spatele jucătorului care face triple. E așa on fire. Chiar e tare.
The 3-2 scoreline at the moment as New Balls still juggling with their economy, trying to get it under control. They were on double saves anyway. As Nexus Gaming,
Ragga, take mai energie, te pun, Changi, ce faci?
The bomb plants that they had early on in this half have really kept that
love you boys.
Up and running.
Love.
On all cylinders, which is what you want to see. As Nexus Gaming try to dissect the new balls stack with these pistols. If they can get away with 5-4 guns, they'll be happy with that. Nexus Gaming, that is. If New Balls can steal away 1 or 2 guns, that saves their economy. I won't lie, as well, Strix.
Punem Stellar Bot.
To take home to the wife and kids when he does feel
Hai să
like he
ce
wants to
zic?
actually use it to recover the AWP from Xellow.
Hai să nu se facă o rundă de așa care gen nu și-o dorește nimeni. Doar zic. Un polar și una ca poate să salveze 2 arme.
They've got nothing to lose realistically, and they've gotten some extra firepower to work off of as Bandic will at least swing. As the molly will go down off the back of the contact.
Nice, ragga.
Will take the AK out of the server. The AWP
Și te rog să stați de polar. Nu e... Nu era deloc runda asta, e bine.
Potentially even recover said AK if he can stay alive. I think he lives from here from memory. He does. That's going to be a free AK to be picked up there for Axis as he nabs it and gets away. New balls. Give up a third, however they get an AWP
Free
and
AK.
an AK to bring in towards this next round. Should be able to at least
Boys, nu uitați de like, foarte important. Much importante.
Depending on how much util they want to bring in. And it looks as if the only issue that New Balls will have is going to be in the utility department. They don't quite have full belts, however they got pretty close, and you got to give them credit for it. One single kit in the server and half armor to complement the guns. As Nexus Gaming yet again have to bite into their savings to be able to afford the AWP and
Cum merge, mă, Chunky, cu live-urile? Că am văzut că faci live, bă, în fiecare zi aproape. Cred că în fiecare zi. Asta sigur, mă, 4-3. Fast win cu băieții ăștia din Rusia. De fapt, sunt 2 din Rusia, 2 din Latvia și al treilea
they've got nothing to sort of respond with. And with time ticking down and time ticking away, these two rifles are going to be really important to these next 2 or 3 rounds for the New Balls economy.
Nu sunt curios și în momentul de față pe live, adică cam cât de în urmă e. Deci la voi e 3-2 și pe, la mine e 4-3-4.
If anything, Bandic's going to be stuck on a FAMAS, but I'm sure he doesn't mind.
Nu e vorba până la urmă de jucat fenomenal sau așa, bă, important e că ați câștigat până la urmă. Asta e exact, asta e tot ce contează in the end of the day.
Good financial planning.
Nexus stau bine la bani. Eu stau bine la bani acum.
We'll say Adron.
ADRON. Hai să-l dăm pe ADRON.
He's getting that opening pick. Torex will be forced to fall away from A main as the Molotov pushes him back. As the util hits mid and it looks to try and hit it quick. The molly will go down, but the push comes through anyway. Sound will find himself the pick. Torex in A main with that AWP.
Torex, oh, bine, mă, boys, bine.
Falls on the rotation as Axis left alone, and yet another 2v4 situation where New Balls have to consider, is this economy strong enough to be able to survive this situation? As Adron will fall, the hunt will come through, you'd presume, as Nexus Gaming, 4 on the trot at the moment. They look to pick up a 5th. They want to go hunting and they want to take this AK away from Axis. They want to give nothing to New Balls. And of course, having this much power over that CT economy.
E bine că nici nu vor să-i mai lasă să salveze nimic, că n-au nici bani. E ok. E ok ce vor să facă. E ok. E bine. Voi nu uitați promo codul Nexus pe Hellcase dacă vreți să mergeți și voi să depuneți acolo. $5 aveți 10% bonus și 70 gratis dacă nu v-ați făcut încă cont.
They've taken the time out. They're playing the mental game. They're saying, all right, let's calm ourselves down. Let's give ourselves a little bit of a break. Let's work out what we need to do. Smart counter-strike here from Nexus as well. They've done everything in their power to make life very uncomfortable for New Balls. you know, when they are hitting these sites, they are hitting them hard. When they want to take certain areas of the map, they're literally pushing 3-4 guys into that area
Ce
of the
concurs
map
este
and not
ăsta?
taking
Uite, hai
no
să vă
for
zic
an answer
imediat.
until they get the map control that they do want. The Nexus Gaming, this is very brawly type Counter-Strike. You know, we saw it with the betterer side that we saw in our first
Concursul
series, if you
ăsta,
can remember that from
Wikipedia
almost 2
Nexus,
hours ago.
se numește Fragster Challenger Series. Au fost 4 qualifiere, în fine, Nexus au fost invitați. Nu e vorba de chestia asta. Au fost invitați Nexus, au fost invitați Jano, GTZ Esports și cu Dark Cloud Esports, New Ball, Unity, Volt și Wildcard Academy. Iar în momentul de față s-au jucat meciurile și așa mai departe, echipelor calificate. Nexus au abia în momentul de față primul best of 3, ceea ce mă bucură că e la ora 10 și că putem face stream. O să mai avem teoretic încă 2 șanse să mai vedem pe Nexus. Mamă, și astea mai sunt pe 5 martie. Nu, 3, 4, 5, 6, deci pe 3. Pe 3, adică abia săptămâna viitoare, luni. Deci de luni abia mai avem meci, posibil. Tot best of 3-ul îl comentez. O să stau la tot best of 3-ul, că de comentat nu prea pot să comentez peste băiatul ăsta, că nu ne mai înțelegem cu persoana aici. Și e iurea. Doar să-l dau pe muș și să nu auzim nimic.
Nexus Gaming have played this side hold to perfection.
Ați auzit ce a zis băiatul ăsta? Ați auzit? Perfection, boys, perfection.
They cut off the rotations, they made the fights uncomfortable. They forced new balls into the save, a team that's been notably quite passive. Overall, I think not only this game, but in other games too, is coming up against a team that loves being aggressive, that loves getting in your face. And for new balls at the moment, you know, they need to try and fight back a little bit in these last 3 rounds. If they can get 1 round, it'll make life so much easier for them. But for new balls, if they're relying on that second half pistol round to really kickstart a comeback, it may be, you know, that wrong decision. Because, you know,
Ce seamănă din ăsta cu Zoom, zic.
A lot of those pistol rounds have turned from, you know, just chaos with pistols, seeing whoever comes out on top, to, you know, pretty much a coin flip. Where it's whichever team is being able to get more bodies to more fights quicker. And if new balls are banking on that to sort of save them in this map, we might be looking at Ancient very, very quickly. But in the meantime,
Sunt 3 la water
taken down by the orb of
și unul care vine din lung.
Also,
E doar sound. Care să intre și prin ăștia la înghesuială.
The molly does miss, unfortunately.
Nu prea e bine de pica molotovul ăla. Dacă ajungea în spate acolo, îl scotea pe la direct de pe poziție, sound îl bătea.
Now flashes do go in towards that B side. Bandic Axis holding the line, finding themselves one apiece. And all of a sudden Nexus Gaming, just to be kept out of the B side, Xellow can't quite hit his first shot. Eventually will just be ego swung by Axis.
Curaj pentru Forxis. Mult curaj.
Even back away, 10 seconds left. If he isn't able to keep this gun, it could be disaster. He needs to keep the gun. He needs to keep the rifle. He can't go down after time. Purely because of the economic investment that will be needed from Nexus later in this half. It can get a little bit dicey. It can get a little bit tricky to deal with. Nexus Gaming. They do pick themselves up 6, and off the back of it... Sorry, Nexus Gaming do have themselves 6. New balls off the back of it. Will at least keep all 5 guns in the server.
Price pool
That's what
turneu
you want.
$20.000 de
And
dolari.
we do have the tech pause at the current moment.
20.000
Apparently
de
issues with
dolari.
TeamSpeak is what we've been
E
told.
bine.
So if you have any issues, please DM TeamSpeak on Twitter. They will answer every question
Nu
you
e...
have for them, I'm sure. And for new balls, you know, to pick yourselves up a 4th, have yourselves full rifles in, that just does a lot to build the economy, especially later in this half where... you know, you've lost all momentum and you need to try and find a little bit back. That's what you got to be after. So now Util does start to crash down
6-4.
through that mid area of the map. A looking to be absolutely hounded by Util.
Pune save-urile de la New Balls, au făcut și ceva bani.
Flooding into this A side. Flash is going out to make the hold as difficult as possible. Torx take a little bit of molly damage, however.
Hai să vedem. Se joacă AU. Se joacă AU puternic.
Does bring the rotations in.
Nice. Credeam că arată să nu mă uitat pe kill feed. Bine sound. Haide.
Finds one. Dean for the trade. Does have Strix in support. But now the A main wrap coming in. It needs to be forceful. It needs to be deadly. But Strix is even deadlier. Axis coming in, finding himself a kill as well on the wrap. As new balls pick themselves up
în spate.
and the CT side.
Ăia de fapt ce-au venit în spate.
They've gotten that round that's given them momentum. That would be the type of stuff that you definitely want to see. Now the B presence looks to play off the mid fight. The question is, new balls, they have numbers here, but they haven't really done a good job of dealing with Nexus, but the opening pick finally going their way. A molly in response is clean. And it will work. A trade is BTN. Trying to line up Util. Torex.
Nu cred că s-a așteptat B să fie ăla acolo, lângă el.
The only 2 that remain for Nexus. Oh my days, Torex. Torex has found 3 in the back of this B site. Leaves Xellow by himself the 1v4. The scope will be heard. The nade does catch him, even the tiniest bit, but it does force that smoke away. Shoulder spotted. Xellow takes advantage as Torex falls. Xellow finds a second, but Dean says enough's enough, and a 6-6 scoreline at the half gives New Balls a bit of a fighting chance here after what was looking like an absolutely brutal.
Absolutely brutal. Doamne.
Absolutely brutal first half for them to deal with. Nexus Gaming have the back end. Of that half, flipping over what was looking to be.
Bă, 6-6. Nu știu ce să zic neapărat.
We will see these pistols now getting underway. Nexus Gaming having to hold this mid area of the map. It's a 2-for-2.
Hai cu pistoalele astea, 3-1.
comes in, will find 2 of his own.
Am o guță.
Axe
Trei
is the
bărbați.
last remaining here for New Balls.
Așa
Needs
frumos
to
iei pe piept.
accelerate, eh? I'm pretty sure his footsteps haven't been heard just yet.
Haide, mă. Fără să-i să sta nicio șansă.
There's Axis now in the 1v3.
Ah, 1v2. Nice, nice, Adron. Bine, Adron.
Trades him back accordingly. Nexus Gaming win the pistol round. Clean stuff from Nexus. They take control of mid. And they do it in style. They do it in their style.
Tot am tendința să apăs Q să văd tab-ul, dar îmi dau seama după că nu sunt eu în joc. Da, mă, guță, bine, haide.
We will see Strix taken down. Sound along with Xellow to find themselves one apiece. And these Glocks of New Balls. You love to see that. You love to see it. Just Counter-Strike players being Counter-Strike players. That's what the game's all about, man. As we will see Xellow at least finding another pick for himself. 2 in the round so far, and he definitely does look like he's
Boys, nu
gonna
uitați să
stop
lăsați un
anytime
like.
soon. Adron gets on the action.
Deci avem așa.
And an 8-6
Anubis,
scoreline as
Ancient
Nexus
și Mirage. Anubis picul celor de la New
hopefully
Balls.
looking
Ancient picul nostru. Și Mirage
to
Decider.
try and get themselves under control.
Da, nu cred că o să ajungă acolo, cred că
And keep the
eu merg
momentum
pe
here
2-0
from those
Nexus.
first 2 rounds. The rifles do come out for New Balls. As we see Xellow finding one, the trade's there. There is a second around mid they have to be careful about as BTN lurking in the shadows.
No.
Mollies go down. Strix finds the kill
Mamă, ce
anyway.
aproape a fost ăla de B.
And now the man advantage belonging to New Balls. The mid retake from Nexus will at least clear out the possibility of the mid presence until now. Adron spotted. And as they fall away, New Balls just holding the line and waiting. They're just playing passive. We will see Bandic at least finding one. That'll be ragga taken down. Sorry, ragga, my apologies. As the A split now comes in, Adron finds one, eventually traded by Strix, and Sound to be the last man standing.
Adron finds one.
An amazing game from
It's
him
A
so
split.
far.
Și Sound.
This one might be a bridge too far to cross, as the 1v3 will see New Balls potentially even picking themselves up number 7. It looks as if they will the Sound saves.
Greu, greu la Sound.
Sound will be tagged up. He might actually go down to the bomb here. He's got to be careful. He's Gucci.
Ce ai zis, mă, că e Gucci? Doamne, ce om nebun.
We will see now the 8-7 scoreline. At least looking to try and have and a little bit of impact for New Balls to see if they can try and finish this map one off, win their map pick. That's what.
Boys, mai scrieți ceva pe chat acolo. Please. Comunicați un pic. Am 87. Hai 97 că după aia nici nu mai au bani. Da, de fapt, nu. 1350. O să aibă ceva pistoale.
The AMA presence, however, under fire. We will see Axis finding
Nice, Guta.
in the back of the site, dancing around. Does find one.
L-a știu pe ăla care s-a urcat în smoke, da. N-am mai avut timp să întoarcă și la alt. Care venea către site la celălalt. Nice sound.
Sound finding 2. As Nexus will pick up 9 in the driver's seat to potentially finish out this side of the
Bine. Bine pe runde.
Terrorist counter-terrorist beef, I guess. It's like the Kendrick Drake beef, kinda, maybe. So we'll see Dean and Adron finding themselves one apiece.
Care e opinia mea despre talentele Nexus?
Mid presence in the mid fight coming through Nexus. They want to take it. They want to get into the brawl.
Mă, sincer, opinia mea, eu nu înțeleg de ce vă schimbați atât de mult jucători în ultima vreme. Care e treaba? Nu găsiți pe cineva potrivit? Sau unde există probleme? Unde este problema? Where is the problem?
We will start to see now slowly. Everybody falling in towards this A side for New Balls, but everyone's ready from Nexus. Axis coming in as the mid lurk will find one. That bomb down on the A site will be trouble. As New Balls unable to best anything off the back of the Axis. M4, they have to save it. A 10-7 scoreline now coming in as Nexus Gaming are taking full
10-7 s-a luat și runda asta, 11-7 pistoale. Mă, că e simplu. Păi ce, tot eu să vă zic, mă. Tot eu să vă zic, mă, cea, tot eu să vă zic.
Get back in. Nexus Gaming yet again maintaining control. over pretty much everything in this map. They're very, very reluctant to give it up.
Și ce mi-ai făcut azi? Bă, chat, nu prea multe, sincer. Nu prea multe.
As we will start to see.
Da, mă, bă, e un pic cam mai iurea cu streamurile seara. Un pic cam mai iurea și că... ce-i drept în timpul... Na.
Xellow will try to have an opportunity.
Am zis și pe streamul trecut, s-a făcut un hub unde nu garantez exact cum au fost selecționați jucătorii, dacă au fost pe bază de invite sau dacă au fost pe... putea să dea join absolut oricine voia în hub-ul respectiv și se jucau acolo, trebuia minim level 10 și așa mai departe. Ideea e că acolo ei s-au jucat timp de 3 luni de zile, ceva de genul ăsta, 3-4 luni, poate chiar mai mult, sau poate mai puțin. Și în altă ordine de idei, top 40 de jucători sau câți au fost, 20-30 de jucători, au fost, de fapt nu, au fost 4 echipe pe LAN? 4 sau 8. Nu, au fost 8, am impresia, au fost 8 echipe. S-au schimbat de jucători că au dorit să iasă, ok. Asta e cu totul și cu totul altceva de asta. Adică eu întreb și așa pe stream-uri și bă, n-am de unde să știu de ce se schimbă jucătorii, din punctul meu de vedere, v-am zis nu e ok și așa mai departe, ăsta e strict punctul meu de vedere, dar inside, în interiorul echipei, n-am de unde să știu niciodată ce se întâmplă, poate cineva, cum ai zis, Xellow vrea să iasă, poate nu vom mai înțelege și băi, ok, îl dăm afară din echipă, nu se pupă cu ce planuri avem noi și cu ce vrem să facem noi, e o putoare sau habar n-am. Pe scurt, Xellow este nou jucător în echipă, ok. Asta e tot ce contează. Uite, bă, v-am zis 2-0 rapid, 2-0 rapid. La 11 jumate, nu 11 jumate, 12. La 12 dormim. Și Elox din substitute s-a transformat în jucător. Bă, altă chestie. Uite, faptul că Elox a rămas în echipă acolo în continuare și nu neapărat că n-a plecat sau, nu știu, poate putea să ducă să-și facă un mix, să joace cu niște băieți sau așa. Da, și faptul că a rămas acolo și a făcut pracuri, era disponibil să țină locul oricărui jucător, oricând, în orice moment și așa mai departe. În momentul de față a primit locul în echipă. Au încercat și ei să facă acolo un foc pe HUD, dar focul lor nu prea se pupă cu focul celor de la Blast. Au vor să joace save runda. Nu. Au deja entry făcut.
Do start to slowly see a little more opportunity come in for NBALLS as they try to hit this B site now with the mid split.
De data să-i split la A, nu mai e la B.
Xaxis wants to take his early fight. Eventually this
Deci conectorul a murit. Dacă moare și polarul din mid, Anaki, l-ați dus băieți, aia e. Gata, uite, m-am urât font. Au fost 4 echipe la LAN. De asta nu mai ține minte dacă au fost 4 sau 8. Dar au fost 4, da, ai dreptate, ai dreptate că au fost 4.
Well, NBALLS, they have some catching up to do. They definitely have some stuff to potentially hit back with. The question is, will they do that? Nexus Gaming, they are going to be heading to their map pick of Ancient. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a quick break. We will be right back with map number 2 of this series after Nexus do take the lead 1-0.
Bun, hai să dăm și noi drumul la puțină muzică între timp. Așa, să pun și stream-ul ăsta pe mut. Da, 4 echipe la LAN. Și băieții s-au jucat acolo unii versus ceilalți. Bă, nu știu dacă mai găsesc. Yeah. Așa, e că se vede și pe OBS, nu e full screen, că na. E ok. Nu e ceva normal. Bun, hai să intrăm la Nexus pe canal. Mergem la live-uri. Oricum, postări. Asta e de acum 4 ani. Să fim serioși, nu mai e nicio postare făcută. Recent pe comunitate, mă refer. View-uri în cap. Aici am prins eu niște. Uite. Asta e, mă, tată, finala LAN. Asta a fost finala LAN. Alo, 210, suntem live, în direct și în reluare, deci nu știu cum să vă zic, dar suntem pe live, cel mai pe live. Cel mai pe live. Asta zi, mă, gata, suntem live de tot. Deci aici suntem pe live 100%. Deci, nici că să puteam mai în direct ca acum. Uiți? Sunteți cu mine acum, nu? Sunteți cu mine? Și fac pe aia cu mine. Mă, nu. Nu, nici atât de bolanci. Nici atât. Cât de bolanci și noi. Și aici Aici mi-au zis poziție, vorbește și tu în continuare că trebuie să pregătim interviurile. Și am zis, desigur frate, te loc eu în prezent. Asta zic. Ce dați băieți, vorbește și tu. Și aici după aia s-a luat interviul la puternic. Hai să vedem, 35 de secunde. 35 de secunde. Mă, dacă mă uit la live, ia să mă dau oldest. Q&A Nexus. Ia mă, ce live ăsta? Ăsta era în pandemie. 2019. Da, mă. Ia, stați așa să dau și o muzică mai încet.
Care să renunț, pentru că era mie foarte greu, în primul rând cu timpul și eram din ce în ce mai obosit și simțeam că nu mai merge absolut nimic și atunci a fost, nu știu, primul gând mai serios să renunț la echipă, dar pur și simplu, dacă n-aș avea la... Eu mă uit la toate echipele, ca să înțelegi, adică dacă n-aș avea la ce să mă uit, m-aș plictisi să...
Mă, uite, JLF. Fiți atenți, frigider de ăsta cu Red Bull. Unde e, mă? Frigider de ăsta cu Red Bull. Da, mișto, da, e gol. Bă, e gol. E gol-goluț. Mamă, dar numai meciul n-a fost pe live aici. Tot ce se întâmplă în sală, dar numai meciul n-a fost pe live-ul ăsta. Nu mai dăm așa. În fine, dacă dăm scroll în jos, găsim multe. Mamă, astea vechi, unde s-a uitat lumea. Comentat împreună cu marele. A, știu. Sau? Nu, mă, nu e ăsta. Unde era ăla cu Fnatic, mă? Nu, ăsta e cu Fam, nu. Era, mă, Nexus versus Fnatic. Unde e, mă, ăla? Forze. Au ajuns, mă, versus Fnatic, dar nu mai știu în ce și era regali. Nu mai știu de nici. Fnatic. Mamă, dar s-a scris. Ăsta e ăla. Stai că sunt reclame și după începe. Șase ore corecte de live. Deci n-a tot. Bun. Am vorbit despre echipa Nexus. Pe bune, vreau și eu tricou din ăla. De care tricou? De care tricou? Din ăla alb sau din ăla de la alb? Mai am unul. Vă referiți la asta așa. Din ăsta cu Nexus mi se pare că ați primit și voi. Sau din ăsta așa.
Deci suntem la marele reveal. Zi-mi cum ți se pare,
Sincer, de ăsta am unul acasă, un de ăsta am. Nu scriam pe el. Ăsta și știu că găsesc. Și celălalt, cel vechi, mamă, stați așa că a început meciul cea, de ce nu-mi scrieți? A început meciul, qCata. qCata a început meciul, de ce trolezi qCata? Eu zic, boys, I'm not trolling.
Will at least spot out one of the two in a second to come through. Torix, the 1v2, does at least tap that bomb, causing potentially a bit of intrigue for ADRON. He knows no one's there. Hears those footsteps eventually to fall, but the time is ticking down and ticking away. There's not going to be any time for NBALLS to get the defusal.
Delay-ul la puternic, pleacă acum delay-ul la puternic.
As that bomb explodes. Nexus Gaming.
Bun. We are here with delay.
As the B stack comes out for NBALLS, Nexus Gaming.
Bun.
Slow and steady in their approach.
Hai să vedem. Pistoale pentru NBALLS. Bomba la A. Băieții toți în B.
We will be seeing Xellow at least getting the opening pick. He went hunting with that.
Grijă la Xellow aici că e low.
That's $1,200 in the bank account for him. As ragga.
Hai spun niciun joc, niciun băiat pierdut, toți 5 în viață. Asta e ce conta.
Will get themselves a second, being able to deal with those pistols accordingly. And the 0-2 start for Nexus here. They're playing that
Gata, m-am
aggressive
plecat și
brand
streamul la
of
voi,
Counter-Strike
boys.
that we like. Dean flashed off his line, will be flashed again, will be taken down by BTN. Axis to at least get one. As Axis will find a second before being taken down, it's going to be Torex by himself and
3-0.
eventually taken out through the smoke. Nexus just convincing in round number 3. The pistols, sorry, the rifles that were brought in.
The
no
pistols.
match. We'll be seeing that mid push coming in. New balls fall to the hands of BTN in mid as he'll get himself a 3k against the pistols here. Nexus picked themselves up 4. And for new balls, the
Full buy la New Balls.
the 0-4 start is definitely not looking pretty for them at the current moment.
Arată bine. Se joacă puternic.
Xellow just completely blinded as he swings out through mid. Takes a pot shot, misses, but ultimately they will get taken down. A nade falls on to Torex. BTN or at least find Dean getting something clawed back for Nexus here. As Sound will just enter through cave. He wants all of the smoke. Bandic already hidden. We'll leave that up to Axis to try and deal with, as Axis will handle it accordingly. Adron and BTN now all of a sudden
2 la 4. Greu,
need the
dar...
tiniest bit of room to work
Oh,
in and
yeah.
around. As Adron catches the timing on a Bandit.
Sunt șanse, dar sunt
Axis still
foarte
here.
mici.
Will he be checked? He will be
Sau?
cleared. Adron has just cleared this B side by himself. Has one more to deal with in Strix. Is he able to? The plant should be safe. Strix deals with the madman Adron.
Dacă mai
Accordingly, as
bătea unul Adron
BTN
aici și rămâneau 2 la 1,
looks to
era
take the
altceva.
long way. As Torex expected the swing out of cave, and the AWP will at least secure the first round for New Balls. A 1-4 scoreline here. As New Balls really making themselves at least difficult to run over. As the saying goes, if you die, make sure you die slow. And New Balls are dying slow enough to the point where they could end up living. That's a horrible saying, whoever made that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's a horrible saying. I'm gonna work out who made that and have a word. You know what I mean? Have a word. The mid take comes through for Nexus Gaming. We do see New Balls actually playing a little bit more committed to the sites instead of wanting to get aggressive through that mid area of the map.
Adron de câștigat
Looks
de
as if we are seeing
Nexus.
the skeleton of just a B wrap.
3 dintre ele la B. Cea mai mare reușită pentru ei
Smokes do
acolo.
go down in towards B. Bandic definitely worried about the CT presence. Does at least spot one out.
Și, sincer, în continuare, cred că vizează B-ul și au lăsat
Man,
un
with the fight.
în spate.
In through shelf being a possibility. Ragga is just going to explore
Atenție
this
și
A
la
side,
Ragga.
see what he can find.
care are poziție foarte bună, e foarte avansat
He
către
may
ea.
have two backs turned towards him.
Posibil ca
Nexus
strict
might
acolo să nu
actually
se
pivot
aștepte
towards A
să
here.
fie cineva atât de aproape
They've
de
taken
el.
mid for free.
În
They do have
aceeași
to
ordine
deal
de
with the
idei,
orb of
nici
Torex.
Torox.
Does take a pot shot eventually with smokes going down in through Donut. They are
Asta
definitely
vreau
not
să
going to
zic că îi
expect
confirmă
ragga
poziția
here.
lui Ragga.
The question is, do they
Iese
expect Strix
eliminare
in towards
easy.
A main?
Îl știu și pe ăsta din main.
Strix may have the perfect timing here. Shadow may have just been spotted by ragga. Definitely worried about A main as it is still dirty for Nexus Gaming. One in Temple. That fight coming through. Ragga isn't able to quite find the kill.
Greu aici
towards
să-și
Strix.
izoleze duelurile
ETN
astea,
finding
Ragga.
one. Sound a second. Xellow another. As Dean, the last man standing, will be forced to save as Nexus will pick themselves up a fifth. This T side of Ancient, absolutely dominant so far for Nexus.
Bă, ia să mă așa un pic să scot ăsta. Așa.
For Dean, holding on to this M4 has to be priority number one. And it looks as if it will be accomplished.
5-1. Hai să vedem, dacă se face force by... Cât au luat bonus? 3400. 3400 cu ce mai au?
With that 1-5 scoreline,
Torox are bani rota următoare.
we'll see
E
the mid
singurul
take
care o
coming
să
out
aibă,
from New
o să
Balls at
aibă
the
bani, o
moment.
să
They look
țină,
to
o
take
să
it
țină
real
niște
quick.
pistoale. Și dacă se face 6-1, 7-1 și
Eventually
e
will come out, however,
bombă.
won't be able to find too
Boom,
much as a
dacă se
result.
face 7-1.
BTN finds Strix and that shelf presence definitely has its way to take out mid. Dean is already in the back lines
Nice.
and ADRON accounts for it. That is just absolutely brutal.
Nu înțeleg de ce sprinta
Eventually,
ADRON acolo
with
către ea.
Torex getting rid of ADRON, that B side will completely fall into the hands of Nexus Gaming as New Balls and Bandic in particular very worried about that mid area of the map and getting wrapped around eventually as Torex does pick it up. Smoke's going down on B, should be forcing the save out, and it looks like it will.
Exact ce v-am zis, 6-1. Și ăsta cu polarul sigur ține Torox de sniper. Nu... Nu mai face nimic de acum.
The hunt will go through just as that bomb does go off. However, New Balls will keep the AK in the AWP yet again to try kickstart that economy. But Nexus Gaming have all of the momentum at the current moment. They have got all the momentum. They're taking every single fight, and more importantly, they're winning more fights than New Balls are. And I mean, yet again, it's that brawly type of playstyle that we've seen consistently. Time and time again. That's the type of stuff that is winning games and winning rounds.
Rush la A, toți la B. În fine, și în mid, nu e... Mă, dar ce... Ce bine au citit. Au plantat bomba 5 la 4, retake, haide să văd.
That bomb will go down the A site, covered by Nexus Gaming, fellas. We'll see at least more aggression in through that CT area of the map, but those smokes in towards Donut. Barely fading, flashes are perfect. Ragga will at least find one. The AWP should be lost to the sands of time. As the mid presence at the current moment for New Balls could possibly be the worst spot to be in.
Save.
As Nexus continue to wrap it, but a 7-1 scoreline at the moment. if Nexus Gaming can get themselves to a 9-3 scoreline by the end of this half, they will win this game. I'm telling you right now. They're playing too brawly of a style for NBALLS to be able to deal with. I can tell you that right now. It's not even a TCT type thing. Like, it's genuinely just Nexus Gaming getting aggressive and being able to take their fights. Whereas NBALLS want to play a little bit more of a tier 1 professional style of Counter-Strike where, you know, they're expecting their smokes to be respected. They're expecting the mollies to be respected. And for Nexus Gaming, that is just not their playstyle whatsoever. As NBALLS at least deal with the mid push this time. Of course, only one man was sent out.
Trebuie să bagă ăștia
he
pe
was
nimic, smoke,
executed.
molotov.
A bit cruel, some would say. Now with that B site, yet again, 2B under wraps, Bandic. Just executing someone back on the B side. When will the bloodshed end? You know what I mean? Some would say. Now mollies do go in towards pillar. That cave hold and that cave smoke has just the tiniest gap. The Strix will be able to find BTN. Someone is sticking the bomb eventually. It looks as if they were taken down. The wall bang and the wall spam nearly is able to take Strix down. Strix down to 20 points of health. Is going to be able to live until the tail. A second to be picked up for NBALLS. Oh my word. The spray nearly hit its mark. As Strix barely lives to defuse that bomb. Absolute chaos on that B site. NBALLS, they look to keep their heads cool and deal with it. Nexus Gaming, however. Well, they look to respond in kind. A quick 2K from Ragga, opening up that mid area of the map. Forces the A player, or the donut player, to drop back into A to take care of the beloved child of that A side, as Torix could even be sideswiped here by this donut player. It looks as if he will be executed by BTN as the A site will crumble. Donut will be instantly retaken, however, by NBALLS as Dean, Bandic finding themselves one apiece. The utility isn't quite there for Nexus to really deal with the donut presence. And so BTN will be given the call to arms to deal with Dean, who expects it. And while BTN goes down, it at least gives Xellow a chance here. In the 1v2, takes the A main control as he hears two footsteps in through donut. As Xellow wants that first fight. He wants the smoke, finds the first, but can't find the second. Bandic there for the trade. There's NBALLS pick themselves up a third. They're at least staying competitive here. For Nexus Gaming, even if this goes back and forth till the end of the half, they will be very, very happy with that. They've established themselves such a big lead here in this one. And for these last two rounds, you know, there just needs to be we will see Dean holding down Jag to perfection. He gets two, no trade in return. Torix finds himself the opener. Dean eventually falls as Ragga in the sight. The next to go down, it's going to be Torix. with the AWP. Finds 3 off the back of Dean's 2K to at least start it out. Ragga just charging out mid. He's at least spotted on the cross as the molly
Alo?
will go
Așa,
in to try
gata.
and flush him
Bă, de cât
out.
timp nu mai mă auzeam?
Now Axis forced under pressure. There's Axis, Torex at least finding themselves one apiece. Torex to get himself a second, taken down by the nade. Axis still hanging around this A main
Hai zis,
area.
stai așa că și-au revenit New Balls ăștia.
could have a wrap on it, potentially everybody. Through A main as Xellow does head over towards B. BTN will take all liberties with Red Room as he possibly can.
Nice, B, mai e unul, mai e unul, mai e unul, mai e
As if
unul.
New Balls were even aware. BTN goes aggressive for the fights. The plant should be free. BTN doesn't know he's just made that site for free completely.
Na.
As New Balls have vacated it to try and
Haide,
deal with
Guta, 1 la
that.
3.
Xellow will get the plant down at a minimum, but the 1v3.
Mamă, dacă prinde timing aici bun și bate un om.
We see Xellow at least finding
apucă
one.
să
The
retragă.
trade is there from Axis. New Balls to pick themselves up 5 and a good 5 back at the end of the half to make it 5-7. The last 4 going the way of New Balls. And for Nexus Gaming, is it a speed hump at the end of the half, or is it potentially something a little more dangerous? The CT side will really need to matter. It most definitely will.
Hai, un conul de pistoale și suntem în cărți.
As we will see, Nexus Gaming
Hai
here
de
in
bi.
this pistol. The question is, do they have anything?
Hai să ADRON prima eliminare.
Potentially play off the back of the Dean
Hai tot
pick
așa,
and
hai tot așa. Bun, ragga.
we will see Ragga at least finding one. As access to get one back will mean all of a sudden that the man advantage does belong to Nexus yet again. They look to be very convinced about this B site, and as such, they've just left Xellow by himself on A. He's eventually going to be dinked off his line. And the rotation needs to come through, and it needs to come through quick here for
4 la
Nexus. That
3.
bomb will go down. Nothing to stop it. As Nexus just charge into the side as 4.
Asta e, băieți. 8-5.
Isolating all fights. Taking care of business in the way that only Nexus knows how. They pick themselves up the pistol yet again, and 8 to be put up onto the board.
Pistoale pentru New Balls. Ok, timeout cerul de ei. Când vine timeout-ul e groasă. Când vine timeout-ul este nasoală treaba. să vedem.
With that 8-5 scoreline, a quick timeout to be taken.
96, bă. Sunt toți acolo, sunt toți acolo.
We've all seen ADRON
Hai mă. 1.
at least finding that opening pick in the back of the A side.
Doi,
Does have Ragga
bun.
in support as Ragga will find one. Eventually with ADRON going down, Xellow there for the trade. The pistol comes out for Ragga as he gets himself a second potential for 3 as Dean in the back of this A site, this temple area of the map. Looks to try and do some more damage, but Sound will deal with him accordingly, and 9 to be picked up for Nexus. The money for new balls definitely tight.
No, 5, 3 runde.
As we do see the B ramp rush coming through, BTN
Hai mă,
will get
BTF
to
cu treaba, ai bătut 2 oameni.
eventually traded away
Ești
as
Xellow, ești Sound.
Xellow to deal with the rest of the Glocks, 10 to be picked up for Nexus. 3 rounds separate them in finishing this series in a 2-0. And at the moment for Nexus Gaming, there's a real opportunity here for Nexus to finish this right here, right now. They get rid of this they get rid of this rifle bite.
Bun flash.
We've also the double swing coming out through Shell. Ragga, unfortunately, taking out his own teammate, but
A făcut un colateral acolo,
Xellow going
Ragga.
down on the ramp take. It can get a little bit more difficult, especially as they do lose that mid control off the back of the team kill.
No,
Astrix,
de la 4.
at least able to
De
get
la
the
1
mid
doar
pick,
Sound.
make it 2. It'll leave Sound by himself, the 1v4.
Haide Sound, salvarea noastră.
And in the most crucial round for Nexus to put this game to bed, they flub the rubber. Absolute heartbreak. As New Balls will pick themselves up 6. For all the Nexus fans in
bani.
chat,
Nici nu mai
just
extraordinar.
slightly infuriating to watch that all of this, well, this entire round has gone down to essentially a team kill. Now with New Balls coming back in with AKs, we'll see Nexus Gaming doing exactly the same. The only glaring issue with their buy is that FAMAS on BTN, especially as he's been so good on this Ancient. As Ragga finds one, the trade is there. Dean to at least get the trade back. The big question is, This man advantage, can Nexus put it to good use? The answer, they lose it immediately. Dean, to be able to get himself a second in the round. Looks to try and play off the shelf presence they already have and maintain. They do have to deal with BTN and Xellow. There's BTN, his leg spotted, he'll be taken down quick. Xellow will drop the molly in. It allows time for the rotation to at least come through. Xellow will be mollied into the fight. Has to deal with the flames. Eventually gets rewarded with a kill. Potential for the second. Can't quite hit the flick. Potential for ADRON to get himself into a position where it becomes dangerous. Won't quite be able to spot the leg of the planter. However, will be spotted himself. As Banshik is able to get himself that final kill. 7 to be picked up for NBALLS here. And the big question is, what happens if Xellow is able to hit a collat there? What happens if Xellow hits that flick? It's only questions that can be asked. Only hypotheticals that we can dream of and think of. As we will see Strix at least find Xellow. The Pistols wanting to get aggressive.
Bă,
They look to do so convincingly.
Deagle. Nice, ragga.
Ragga at least finding one. BTN to at least get one back. The man advantage is only a single man as AKs will be recovered.
Mă, 3-2.
Sound trusts his aim with it.
Se mai poate regla puțin la rundă.
And NBALLS are trapped into their own spawn by Nexus Gaming on pistols. Sound with his AK has headed over towards that B site, looking to try to defend it if anything comes that way. But I think more in a bid to just keep himself alive. A big KD player from what I've heard. Of course, that's a joke. I'm being silly. Sound can probably beat the crap out of
1-3
me,
sound.
to be honest. It's just funnies. We're having fun here.
Da, save. Save.
As the save will come through from Sound. 8 to be picked up here by NBALLS. As time ticks down, Sound trying to keep the AK, won't be able to. It's stolen away at the last second. Heartbreak for Nexus.
Hamu.
They should be able to at least
Hai
get
cu 12.
a tiny bit of a buy going. It'll be limited util. On most people, it will actually cause a FAMAS to come out. The loss of that AK. But M4's all across the board. With half belts of util. Could potentially be enough. Now the mid boost comes out. ADRON will be flashed off his line. Isn't
Rapid
able to
in
quite
heaven.
contest shelf anymore.
Nu, că vede pe ăla cu polarul. No.
Does at least spot out a significant portion of the B take. Drops a supportive molly in just in case, and it actually works a treat. There's now NBALLS pretty much stuck towards this shelf area of the map. They're contained. purely off the back of Ragga there. The smokes will go down. They'll look to try and pivot. Will they be able to pivot off anything? From Ragga's positioning, of course, ADRON gets himself the opening pick. Ragga definitely concerned with what he's hearing over in cave. He's not too happy about it. And with sound here in this B site, Xellow could be dangerous. Xellow, he's gonna get checked! Oh no! The trigger discipline play nearly worked, but it doesn't. It nearly paid off big time. But he couldn't have faltered at the worst time. As the bomb will go down, this has turned from a 4v3 to a 3v1. Absolutely brutal. As NBALLS have a comeback. They're looking to get a comeback going.
Ah, 10-9. Da, na, de fapt, aici n-am cum să văd. Că n-am ca pe HL TV să pot să dau... să văd istoricul de runde.
At the current moment, with NBALLS potentially tying this game up. A map number 3, per chance. Pistols to come out for Nexus. They do have the hero AWP, the hero M4. As the cave presence will get there late. As Batchnik eventually taken down by Sound. Whoops.
Nice, bun dublajul făcut aici în
ruine. Towards support. BTN looks to try and recover the rifle and will do that successfully, but can't get away with it. Sound to hold the angle tight.
4-4.
Eventually phasing into the smoke. We'll have an execution here on his hands as Dean taken down, taken out. Eventually, he'll just be swung by Axis, and this is the type of aggressive counter-strike we've been wanting to see out of NBALLS nearly all day. And we finally get to see it. We finally get a taste.
Mă, știa acolo 2.
As Torex finds Xellow in the back of the site. Ragga should have a free rifle here. Will collect it. Is he able to put it to good use? 3 kills necessary for Ragga. He won't go for the wall bang. Instead, will just be executed by Axis. 10 to be picked up by NBALLS.
Da. Destul de unexpectable ce s-a întâmplat aici.
A 10-10 scoreline. For Nexus Gaming, this is pretty much a do or die here in this map. All the momentum has swung the way of NBALLS. Shadow spotted. Xellow at least able to find himself the opening pick. The Molotov will go down in response from ADRON, as well, it looked as if NBALLS were trying to pivot away, but I mean, realistically, they can still hit that A side if they want to. Ragga's going to go investigate where exactly the NBALLS boys are. And with mid taken out of the picture, NBALLS starts to rotate in towards B. I'm shocked we haven't seen Util from Nexus Gaming for a shelf take.
Ce fac băieții ăștia de la NBALLS, bă, băiatule?
Smokes to
Ce
go down
fac?
in towards house. Definitely worried about mid. But with Xellow holding ramp, and with BTN in such a prime position for damage and info. Banchik has done a perfect job. To at least get... Oh, has BTN got a second here? He might. That's a heavy tag at least. Bricks will find sound. BTN gets a second. Dean gets one. Traded away as Banchik all the way on the other side of the map has to find three. The bomb will be stuck. The bomb will be defused. The wallbang will be no good. He's very close though. 12 points of health for ragga. As Nexus, in the most crucial of rounds, get one back. They pick themselves up 11. They've let the bike get down the hill this far before putting the brakes on. And all of a sudden for NBALLS at the moment, the question is, can the momentum continue to carry them? Is that a round that just completely changes up the momentum? A sound plan in theory. You go aggressive into A, you pretty much back away, and you fake the A retake. But Nexus were ready for it. They had BTN being a watchful eye. The saving grace over that B site. And it works a treat. This Axis will take Red Room for free. ADRON definitely curious about if NBALLS have fallen for the bait, and it looks as if they have. They already had Xellow holding that line aggressively. But as he switches in to focus on the AWP of Torex, he'll find one. Eventually flashes and smokes will come out over the top. BTN isolated in the site. Isn't able to do a lot. Xellow can find one, but the trade is there. ADRON will end up falling from the lurk in through Red Room. As NBALLS, a perfect opportunity for them to pick up 11. What does ragga do here? I imagine it's just a save. It just has to be a save. It will be a save. NBALLS won't really go hunting. Even though it makes sense for them with their money. But an 11-11 scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. This round will decide who has map point here in map number 2. This is what Counter-Strike is all about right here. Two teams just slugging it out.
Hai că se poate, bă, se poate, se poate.
Some absolutely
E foarte doable.
chaotic Counter-Strike. That is what we do love about this game. We will see util coming down in towards that B site. The mid take from Nexus. Clean. The A main presence from Nexus. Looks to be getting a little bit less attention than it should. The rotation in towards that B site comes through from Nexus Gaming. NBALLS will hit the A site.
Uite pe
Gaming are
scena.
convinced it is a B hit. Xellow and
No.
ragga expecting the A fight to come in. The donut smokes will go out, especially as ragga's the first to fall. Bomb planted. Nexus Gaming saving.
Da, e save aici și ajungi la 12, aia e overtime.
Does the hunt come through from New Balls? The answer's yes. Sound will go at least go down. We will see Axis taking out his own teammate, but if Axis can get one more kill here, it could be dangerous. Xellow at least holding his line. ADRON 2 points of health will fall to the nade. Xellow's going to be the only man left standing. The buy for Nexus Gaming is going to be atrocious. A FAMAS, 2 FAMASs, an MP9, limited utility, only a single piece. Ladies and gentlemen, this game was a 2-7 scoreline at one point. More importantly, this game was a 5-10 scoreline. And New Balls have come back. They have come all the way back.
Mamă, 10-5. 10-5, 12-11 la overtime. Guta și la Polar. Famasuri pentru B și ADRON. MP9 la ragga. Soundarea 1S.
As you will see, the mid aggression does see ragga at least getting one back, has to drop away quick, especially
Era
as
acolo, mai
mid
există
does fall, he gets away
speranță.
unscathed and
Se poate
unharmed.
și cu famasurile astea. Hai, 12-12 și bați în overtime.
The mid take
Mai e
for New Balls
măcar
looks
2
to head
runde pe
straight to
City.
Donut. The A main take looks to
De-
show the A split. As Xellow will be here by himself, at least spots out one, spots where the second's
Mamă,
coming
săracul
from. The
Xellow de n-a
Morris
fost
will force him
bombardat
back
cu
and away,
tot de
but gets
toate.
one for his troubles. Potential for the second as Sound and ragga come in as reinforcements. Xellow, a massive shot needed to be hit, isn't quite able to hit it. Strix will be smoked out barely from the fight. The smoke in A main misses. Gives him a gap the size of the Grand Canyon to work with as Strix finds one. Dean to find another. Sound to get the trade. The pistol has to come out. Sound eventually falling as Xellow now in the back
Nice.
of this A site. The 1v1 to keep
Mamă, un
themselves
glonț.
alive in map number 2. The no scope is no good. New Balls are going to win it 13-11. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ourselves a map number 3.
Ok. Aparent.
We're getting a map number 3 in this one. Nexus had a dominant start. They put 10 on the board first.
Avem
I
harta
cannot
3.
believe we're going to map number 3, especially after the start that Nexus had. We're going to have ourselves a bit of a quick break. Our
Well-
third and final map will be Mirage, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Cine se gândea la așa ceva, bă, băiatul? Cine se gândea la așa ceva? Da, mă. Bă, ce să faci, mă? Asta e, se întâmplă. Se întâmplă și la case mai mari. Că, na. Deci ăsta e Fragster, ăsta Exort City, da, Exort se numește. Egipt, Netherland, Bangladesh. Asta cât are 10.000, nu? Da, e mai mic ăsta. Nici măcar n-a început main stage-ul, s-au jucat. Hobbit. Oh, Fragster CCT-ul ăsta, uite mai, îmi vai și în ăsta. Ok. E concurs de 50.000, mă. Sau, ia stați așa un pic. Nu 20, asta e 20. Da, uite. Playoff. Au din nou invite în playoff. Nexus aici și la asta. Și... Cât unlucky, bă, băiatului și în turneele astea, sincer. Mă, mi se părea șmecher înainte. Nu știu câți dintre voi ați prins. Dar acum... Ia să intrăm la Nexus pe canal. Acum vreo... Cred că sunt 3 ani. 3 ani. Bă, astea, tată. Asta a fost primul meu live, cred că. Malta vibes. Mamă, live din bootcamp. Cu webcam din bootcamp. Jucau cu Bruce, Semințe, Ragga, BTN, Xellow și Lau. Aici era Semințe, se juca Lau aici, BTN. Aici era Xellow. Și Ragga era în colț aici, nu se vedea. Da, bă, Malta vibes-urile astea erau șmechere rău de tot. Astea erau șmechere. Cât sunt 3 ani? Mamă, în ianuarie, pe 23 ianuarie. Asta ce era Pineapple? Da, mă, șmecherie, hai să vedem 2 minute. Chat, mai ziceți și voi ceva, hai să mai schimbăm o vorbă, să mai schimbăm o chestie, că așa doar dau și eu pe live-urile astea aici și nu se întâmplă nimic. Știți ce zic? Ziceți ceva în primul rând. În al doilea rând, câți oameni mai suntem pe live? Mai suntem 10 oameni, 34 de like-uri. Not great, not terrible. Deci, m-am discutat de ce urmează. Deci în ăsta 19 Avem invite și în ăsta. Ceea ce e super, super bine. Cine au și un Navi Junior? Ba nu, bait. Bă, nice pentru bait ăștia, sincer. Nice pentru hat-trick. E acolo. Și cred că de la bait ăștia cred că o să plece în altă parte și el și cred că și MPL ăsta. Cred că și unul și altul. Unde au fost la Paris Major ăsta, mă? Așa. Deci Nexus. VRS-ul ăsta. Nexus. Mă, ăsta pe Europa, sincer, nu știu ce pare cu steuț. E în fine actualizat pe 3.2 ăsta aici. 3.2 ăsta e pe... Asta e... Over the world. Over the world. Hai să vedem, starting soon. DRN. În continuare coach la Nexus. Da, sper să mai joacă. Da, deci în momentul de față nu mai are nici echipă de smash, deci nici nu cred că să mai joacă. E. Ba da, uite. Ce vorbești? MSN, Sky, Exit. Da, o să bag și el pe internațional, ce are? Nu sună rău deloc, Hai să vedem mirajul ăsta în primul și în primul rând.
NBALLS, after having themselves an amazing comeback on
drumul la
Ace, and they
miraj.
look to try and carry that momentum.
Cu runda de lame, dacă știți ce zic.
As we will see. Well, Nexus, they come out on top of the knife, and looks as if they will pick that CT side, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get ourselves underway here. Of course, this CT side is going to be the most important. We will be seeing now that mid split coming through for NBALLS. They do have a lurk in towards Pal as well, looking like it may even be an A split. That has to be worried about as ragga. They start the proceedings in chaotic fashion. Only tags for him, but Dean gets the opener over towards that A site. As those pistols will at least ring out as ragga
Hai cu pistoalele
in through jungle. A necessary kill
și cu pumnalele.
needed as we are going to see Banchik at least finding two. Ragga to get one back, but the 2v4 in the pistol round as NBALLS potentially look to take it. The question is, does Nexus have anything in the bag to try and deal with it? The CT swing at least coming through. Sound finds one. Time ticking down, ticking away. No kit in play, and this round is going to be done. And with a 1-0 start, the NBALLS boys, they come in with MAC-10s, they come in with AKs and rifles off the back of a dominant pistol round. A 4K for Bancic. As we are going to see Dean at least find the opening pick. The scout in the back of the side from Sound will get rewarded with one. Make it two. Sound with the scout. Is there a third? The answer's no. Now it might be Ragga's turn with the scout. Smokes do go down for the crosses. Sound isolated as his teammate will fall. The scout's unable to get a third kill in that round as Sound's 2K is all that she wrote. NBALLS will pick themselves up a second. They keep 3 rifles into this game as well, which means they should be reinvesting into definitely Galils, potentially AKs if they want to. But with the heavy scout investment from Nexus, it will force them onto the pistols here.
Dacă se face puțin damage runda asta e bine. E foarte
Looks
bine.
as if we may even be seeing a bit of a default, waiting for a push to come out from the pistols, waiting for something cheeky to come out from these pistols.
Deci, îmi plac băieții ăștia NBALLS, foarte, foarte tacticoși.
Finally, Util will break out over towards that B side. Deagles from Ragga do break out. However, the A side is definitely where all the pressure is going to be, as we will see BTN trying to at least be ahead of the curb, and Smokes do go down for the cross. Torex finds himself one more. These pistols haven't found any impact whatsoever. Now they finally do start. ADRON gets himself an AK. Is there potentially anything more that he can do? The answer will be no. NBALLS, the best opportunity to pick themselves 3, and they will, as Torex will get a 3K. AKs to be collected across the whole team. The AWP, the early fresh investment for NBALLS as 4 stay alive.
O, sper că n-a fost cu... Acum îi zice cu... Tilt pe Ancient.
Torex playing around this con smoke, seeing if he can get himself a free kill. Ooh, he does spot out the barrel of Sound, and Sound will be executed as a result. As everything slows down now. The short presence to be taken. ADRON could be potentially caught out of position if he's unlucky, and it looks as if as that nade will get thrown, they definitely want to go hunting after him in towards that ladder room area. Ragga in the B side all of a sudden finds two, potentially a third, will get a third, staying alive, continuing to be a pest, eventually ran down by Strix, will get
farmat
the back
runda
of
asta
that B side.
pentru ei.
Ragga did so much. He got himself a 3k, trying to hold the line, hold the fort. Wasn't able to do any more than that. And NBALLS just absolutely ravished the B side, as they'll pick themselves up 4 on this T side of Mirage. Of course, the T side of Mirage has definitely been, I guess, a little bit easier since CS2 has come out. It was always known as one of those maps where if you're on the T side, there was no point playing it, you know what I mean? As Torex will at least find the opener.
Doar un estrat pe Guță. Nasoală treaba. Nasoală rău.
Torex will get himself a second. All of a sudden, the silence in the dead air
ADRON și 5-7 pentru B.
that had manifested its way through this server.
Hai, s-a făcut acolo pe
All of a
scorda.
sudden
M-au venise din top.
sparked small engagements across the map. It will be that B side that NBALLS look to try and hit, and with Xellow over in and around the back, he looks to potentially try and find something in towards that empty pillar. Burning alive, taken down by Strix as he's wide swung. BTN, the last man standing.
Era greu.
And NBALLS will pick up 5, unless a miracle from BTN. I very much doubt it. But for NBALLS, an amazing start. They're playing with so much momentum. They're playing with so much swagger. They're playing with so much confidence. It's everything you love to see out of a T side on Mirage. It does look as if NBALLS are going to go hunting. They know the market is dirty.
Hai mă, B. 1. Nice.
As Bancic will go down. No time left to be able to defuse the bomb.
Mamă, trebuie să fugi de bomba acum până în A.
BTN can't get away in time. Will fall to the explosion.
Să fugi până în A de bomba acum ca să nu mori.
NBALLS. After getting 5, we'll have to face the rifles of Nexus again. As NBALLS will get ourselves back underway. A top mid and a window smoke. Pretty much have that mid fight completely avoided by both teams. NBALLS definitely looking as if they do want to finish towards that A side here.
5-0.
That nade, quite good, actually hits Torix. He was trying to fog that smoke, even for a tiny
Bă,
bit.
și ce bine
As
începuse harta
Benčić taken
anterioară.
down, does at least tag up Ragga, but how much is it really worth?
Și sincer, în astfel de situații, ce mai contează cum a fost harta precedentă?
For NBALLS, time ticking down, 45 seconds to play, a 3v5, they need an opening pick. But the question is, are Nexus going to give them the fight that they want?
Hai, cu toți oamenii din
Bear in mind,
rampă
still
către
smoke
amp.
to be able to
Aici e
cycle
prima
through.
rundă. De aici începe comeback-ul.
Well, that's probably not the fight that they wanted, let's be real here.
Toate echipele se opresc la 5, fiți atenți. Aveți încredere în mine. Trust me.
And with 10 seconds to play, NBALLS will actually just decide to hold on to the rifles and the util and the armor. Nexus won't go for a hunt. Instead, they'll just take the one round and say thank you very much. We will see a beautiful opener by Sound to come in as Axis will take a back seat for the rest of this round. Through the smoke, a beautiful shot coming in off the back of some beautiful movement. That smoke will at least be blown open. Sound won't find all too much, instead deciding to back off completely. The A main presence really become quite interesting as Dean finds one. Xellow, the trade with the AWP, and the rest of the mid presence will be disbanded. I think BTN did hear the tick of the molly.
Că se poate.
The 4v2 at least coming through at the moment. We will see Xellow with that AWP, clinical as usual. Torix now left in the 1v4 with a whole lot of work to do. Xellow with his 3k. Potentially looking to make it 4.
Hai mă băieții, haide mă. 5-2.
With that 2-5 scoreline at least coming through. NBALLS will probably be on their last quote-unquote rifle buy for a little while.
Nice, ragga, nade, top mid, bun.
Ragga, at least finding that opening pick on a Torox on that
M-a dat
boost.
cu nade de la top mid, s-a dat mișto
The
loc, s-a dat cu ăsta în
AWP yet
apartamente, e
again.
bine. S-a
Of
dat 3
course, they've tried to
smoke
use that boost a few times
din
this
partea
game,
lui Dean.
and it's finally being caught onto. And Torox will take a back seat. Smoke will be deep. We will see Benčić He'll be ahead of that, and we'll be able to calm that there's no aggression off the back of what is inherently a very aggressive smoke. Axis did spot someone in towards triple, didn't take the shot,
No,
however.
3 short.
As a result, the 3 people from New Balls going straight up through short will get tagged up.
Nice,
a fair
nice,
bit
dai
as they
Guta în
try to
continuare,
break
dai
in
smoke, dai
towards
prin
that B
smoke.
site. Axis, the man who
Uite
didn't
ce să
take
în
his shot when he
apartamente, nu e
needed to.
bine. Strix
Tagged
1,
up the most,
ADRON.
eventually with Adron falling.
Hai că e bine.
Strix will be left
Hai,
by
ultimul
himself
Strix.
for 1v3. Strix will find the first, potential for the second, needs the second, won't be able to hit his shot on the head. BTN will be there to finish it off, and a third picked up from Nexus.
Guta a luat și polarul înapoi. Bun. AK drop la sound. Sau? Bă, nu păstrează biacau.
We'll see now, nades coming through Axis. Taken down pretty much immediately as he tries to get in towards that B
Jump pe
side.
jump.
M4's making light work of the pistols at the current
Nice,
moment.
mă, rundele astea îmi plac, mă,
And
când
all five
se
will
fac
stay
kill-urile astea
alive
rapide
in
așa,
terms of
bam,
guns
bam,
at
bam, bam, bam.
3K.
Asta îmi place
ragga
cel mai mult.
And Nexus pick themselves
Rundele
up
astea sunt
fourth.
preferatele
The
mele.
fight back is definitely on in this half. There's Nexus. So we will see now aggression in through those apartments from New Balls. They look to hit this B site and they want to hit it quick, I'd imagine. Setting up util. Axis will be the entry in. The pot shots will actually miss on that. The anchor player, as Xellow finds himself at least one back. A 4v4 situation. Bomb will go down. Smokes go up in the van to avoid that little off angle as Dean finds sound. Xellow, if he gets a pick, this
Nice,
can
Dean.
be burst wide
Hai.
open. As Dean is already so low.
Bravo și ție,
There it
Torox.
is, there's the pick. Xellow gets himself a massive one. Dean fighting back on 8 points of health. He continues to fight frags. He's found 2. Is there a third here to defend the retake?
Ți-a ajuns,
There
mă, în
won't be a
situația
third to
asta.
defend the retake, but a third in the round overall as Strix will be there to help clean up the mess. And New Balls will pick themselves up 6.
Cum? Cum s-a ajuns în situația asta?
Now, New Balls. Really needing an opener here to try and keep their momentum going. That be apps area, probably the best place for them to get set opener, but they do drop away. They don't want to test the ADRON AWP.
Double up setup, haide.
Well, they do, and well,
ADRON și
yeah, I can
Xellow.
see why they didn't want to test it initially. The Taroxal Ball sound will be able to find Dean. BTN aggressive in towards A main will net him a kill as a reward, and now the last two new balls boys standing. Now in some serious heat as Axis does find sound. Trying to be sneaky in through lowers to hunt for info. BTN. We'll be on the quick wraparound as everyone falls.
ADRON,
We see
bravo,
ADRON
B.
finding one, BTN to find another.
Da, mă, da, 6-5, ăsta e
That's not
ăsta e
good for the
ritmul.
economy. That is not good. We do see Bancic will be coming in with $1,400. My apologies. That ain't great. That is not good, I'll be honest. Youch. As we do at least get to see potentially this mid hit turning into something special here for the last round of the half. We will just see new balls just run it up mid. They've only got pistols. They've brought two AKs, two rifles into this one. They're just going to run it straight up con. Eventually that
Nice,
short
ragga,
presence
bun,
from
2.
Ragga will find two. Potential for more off the back of it as Dean gets
Sound.
one. Eventually traded away. 2v3 as Bancic in towards that sniper's
Care
nest.
tu
Will
V3, bă,
eventually
frate,
be
că e
taken down
3v0.
along with Axis as Sound will find his
6-6.
final kill of the half and a 6-6 scoreline at the half. Both these teams having small comebacks at times, and eventually it all evens out. The thing I was fairly mesmerized by was the perfect stringing rounds together that we saw both these teams very good at being able to ride the momentum they definitely have, but
Hai, care e schema la pistoale?
with new balls coming in, we are going to be seeing Bancic potentially under a bit of pressure, especially as he's that B anchor. Top mid presence could definitely
Hai,
be
stai că
under
nu
some
e
heat.
bun pe care
Axis
să ieși mid.
definitely feels the pinch along with Strix. They both fall in through mid. The apartment's presence over towards that B site now starts to activate as the rotations already come through.
No.
So we will be seeing Dean, Bancic finding themselves one apiece.
3
Now
la 3
bringing
nu
it
e o
back to a
idee.
3-on-3. All of a sudden, these pistols have really started to turn on the heat. The spray wildly through the smoke does give away Ragga's position. BTN Ragga here in the 2v2. Dean and Torix, a fair bit of work to do as Dean at least goes 1-for-1 with BTN, and now they have to take each other on. A single bullet for BTN will be able to get him done, but with 10 seconds ticking down on this clock, Dean eventually finds it. Does he have the 10-second defusal? It's going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. The 4K overall from Dean makes it a great round. Does he have
Timp la
it?
limită.
Yes, he does. Yes,
V-am
he
zis.
does. 7 to be picked up for new balls. Dean playing ring around the rosy with BTN and ends up coming out on top. Beautiful stuff at least coming out. Nexus Gaming at the moment, looking as if this B site wants to be their new home. As we will see, Dean, Bancic finding kills as they do completely just shut down this Nexus T pistol. They're actually going to get through it flawlessly. Not a single death for that new ball side. They'll pick themselves up 8. The pistols do come back out for Nexus here. And for new balls at the current moment. Just having to take these pistols down yet again as Torex at least opens up the account with the
sound.
FAMAS.
No.
We'll see Axis, Torex at least finding themselves one apiece.
Nice B.
BTN getting one back. Torex will at least pick himself up a
trei mai
third with the
trebuie
FAMAS as Adron, the
Asta era
last
cu
man
ADRON
standing
4.
by himself. As Torex will find 4 with said FAMAS. The Deagles no match for the mighty FAMAS. As Torex now gets his beloved AWP out. Xellow unable to do the same. As now new balls, well, this is going to be their first test here on this CT side. They finally get to come up against the rifles. Is there going to be anything? And we can potentially have a bit of a look at eventually, as the smoke fades, Bancic will find one. Eventually, the trade comes through in the form of Adron, but he is tagged down quite heavily. That FAMAS has done a lot of work over towards that B side as team. Playing in through jail, eventually to be found out. Xellow will get himself a kill. The double Africa setup is diabolical. As Nexus will get the plant down, New Balls will give up 7. From how passive and how reserved they have been as a team so far in this series, it would not surprise me if
Ușor ne
they
revenim și noi în
trade here. It looks
cărți.
as if they will.
Era puțin cazul să mai revenim și noi pe... Să fim pe fază.
This Nexus will pick up 7 off the back of the bomb exploding.
N-a mai scris nimeni nimic pe chat.
Now at least start to see Needs to go in through Con. New balls. At least starting this round off right. Torex to hit that first shot onto BTN, my apologies. The mid take definitely loses steam after the pick. The sound will slowly make his way up Con. He'll get himself planted, tucked away behind the box. And all of a sudden, the A main util actually does hit its mark, as we'll see ADRON at least finding two, a man advantage now belonging
ADRON
to
și
New
Guta.
Balls. As the molly will go down in through jungle, but the CT smoke being spammed at the moment, preventing that bomb from being planted all too well. Eventually that bomb prevents it from being planted entirely, as Xellow left in the 1v3. All three playing towards CT. Is Xellow going to be ready for it? He does know there's at least one, but Torex with the AWP is definitely not who he expected.
De ce?
It's New Balls.
De ce în acest fel?
10, getting themselves to double digits first. With that 10-7 scoreline. Now, we continue to see some slow play coming in from both New Balls and Nexus.
Haide mă, bă.
Actually, Resmoke's going
Deci,
up on
deci
B.
meciul ăsta a fost cel
Smoke's coming
mai
up through Con.
din ultima vreme
Access.
meciul pe care
At
l-am
least
urmărit în
finding the
coadă.
pick on a BTN.
Deci mai mult am trăit meciul ăsta decât să-l comentez aici pe live.
Still that
Sincer.
comp presence maintained by Nexus here. The sound deleted by Dean. Bancic here in the back of this B site will find small tags. Eventually he'll get himself his kill, but eventually it'll be Axis who's going to be able to find two on the spray down. A 3k for Axis in the round so far, as New Balls will pick up 11. New Balls finding 11 is massive. They've won 2 in a row, 2 on the trot. And it's what you love to see. It's what you love to see. Now as Torex with that AWP getting to work,
E bine
getting
ce se
busy,
întâmplă.
finding one, make it two, Axis. However, finding himself more, Torex will find himself 3 kills overall, Axis with 2 with the M4. All of a sudden, map point, series point, game point. Potentially our final point of the night, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a journey. It has been a journey. as NBALLS have a single round that they could finish this right here, right now. And, well, they start off on the right track. Torex fighting himself one. It's going to be Axis to fight himself a second. ADRON at least fighting all he can. As Axis will be taken down to 3 points of health. A third molly will go into con. Now the jungle retake will slowly turn to the CT retake. They do have to deal with the double up in CT. Smokes will go in towards Pal. That flash is near perfect, as we will see. Both ragga.
Nice.
And ADRON finding themselves picks. It's flipped the scales too much into the direction of Nexus Gaming for NBALLS' liking, as they'll pick themselves up 8, keeping themselves alive.
Terrorists win.
And still with match point looming over the head of Nexus Gaming, they have to play near perfect Counter-Strike. Now with Torex finding an opener yet again. Axis will at least spot out that jungle player, eventually executed
Nice
by
beam.
BTN.
Nice, bun, Xellow.
As Strix gets one and done.
3-3.
The 3v3 now. As that A site, especially that CT area, will be absolutely covered in utility. We will see Dean finding one. The retake coming in. Eventually, it's all going to be down to Xellow by himself, the 1v3. This is going to be his time to shine. His opportunity to make his namesake at least come true. Xellow finds one. Won't be able to find the diffuser. At a 13-8 scoreline. Finishes off our night. NBALLS get it done in the 1v3, and a beautiful performance there by Torex and Dean. 21 and 17 kills respectively, as they have had themselves an absolute amazing night, especially the AWPer Torex. As well, oh my days, that is a bright sun. I never noticed how bright it was. But yeah, we're gonna head off. Yeah, I've just been told good morning by Onhead. Thank you. We're gonna be heading off. It's been an amazing night, amazing games of Counter-Strike. It is what you do love to see. Of course, a big thank you from myself, from Onhead, our producer and observer for tonight, and from Fritzy, and from...
Da, boys. Unlucky, sincer. Ce să vă zic, vă urez o seară minunată în continuare. Noapte bună tuturor. Și ne vedem zilele următoare cu alte meciuri, cu alte live-uri. Opa, vă pup pe toți, vă iubesc, aveți grijă de voi, toate cele bune și ciao și mersi de subscribe, it's Echo. Bye bye.
Yeah, it sucks.
This is the last.
Hey, I don't think we've been there yet.
Seriously? With this?
Oh, new faces. I just updated the assortment today. Come on, stop staring. Buy something.
That's all I have, buddy. Let's go, I guess.
No, old chap. That's as much as you need.
This is much better, man. What's that you got there?
I got a better one.
Well, see, you didn't want to go. Look how much we got.
Hellcase. Your favorite skins in one place.